everybody. Welcome. Once again, it's Saturday night. Yeah, that's the loneliest night of the week. And I'm at the Fabled Comedy Store live on the Sunset Strip. I'll be breaking it down a little bit jazz-wise, a little bit joke-wise, a little bit who the hell knows what-wise. It's all happening in this former den of comic iniquity. Hello, everybody. Welcome once again. Here I am. It's Saturday night, the loneliest night of the week, when normally this place is hip and hopping, and everybody and nobody, obscure and famous alike, are all gathered here waiting for their chance for the little microphone time inside the Fabled Comedy Store. But tonight, courtesy of COVID, it ain't happening. So finally, after a career of wanting the main room on Saturday night, hey, I finally got it. Fate works in strange ways. Who knew they had to close all the clubs on earth for me to finally get booked? And here we are, live on the Sunset Strip. I'm surrounded. You can't see it, but from where I stand, if you look around, I'll pan, you can see the original room, and all the names of the comedians are painted on the wall. Jay Leno, Richard Pryor, probably the reigning genius. Red Fox, another one of the giants. I would have loved to have seen him live. I heard he was probably the funniest man that ever lived. David Letterman, I don't know if you've heard of him. He was just an obscure kind of Indiana comic who got a break on TV, and who knew what else happened. Anyway, a lot of these people were my friends, and Johnny Dark, Gabe Kaplan, Flip Wilson, generations of merchants of mirth who have come and then gone, and some of whom have never seen again. And as I stare out behind me, you see the strip that is Sunset, a street of, I think, more dreams were probably broken here than actually came true. But here we are, and I want to welcome you. I'm in the Comedy Store. I got a lot of personal memories here as I stare at the names: Sarah Silverman, Paul Mooney, so many people I knew and worked with. But my name does not grace these walls. Somehow I managed to do what I normally do, is get myself on the bad side of the club owner, and that was a situation I never really was totally able to rectify. So here I am with the measure of I don't know, validation, redemption, revenge, you pick the word, but I'm here tonight at the Comedy Store, and I'm going to break it down a little bit jazz-wise and maybe joke-wise and for sure story-wise. And there may be a virus raging, but let me say this. The street is still popping. It's still on fire in its own way. So we finished with a little blues called Billy's Bounce. And this is, I'm going to play a tune from My Fair Lady. And it's called On the Street Where You Live. And I can say without any hesitation that this is and was and perhaps still will be a street where I have undoubtedly lived. So we're going to play that tune. It comes originally from My Fair Lady. And let's see what I can do with it. All right, I just got to find it. And thanks for joining me wherever you are. Saturday night at the Comedy Store. In the main room. Well, actually not quite in the main room. I'm somewhere outside the main room in the lobby. A lot of guys scored right here. Romances and broken marriages and heartbreaks all got their start right where I'm standing in this little enclosed alcove. Now, the Comedy Store wasn't always the Comedy Store. Before that, it was a famous nightclub called Ciro's. And so then it became the Comedy Store. But the two founders, Sammy Shore and Misty, are on the other side. They're on the other side of the river, the back of beyond. And the store is, well, we'll see if it lives on. Who knows what's going to live on and what won't here in the Wood of the Holly during the height of COVID-19. So here we go with a cool tune. Frederick Lowe and his partner Lerner combined to create this tune. It first got its debut on the great musical My Fair Lady. 3, 4, 1. The street upon which I'm hanging is Sunset Boulevard. I like to think about it. Oh, thank you, sir. Hey, I'm making money. I'm in the profit zone. Who knew? Live on YouTube. Just a few blocks away, the great movie by Billy Wilder got its namesake. But it's all happening tonight, COVID-wise, on the strip, right here at the store. On the street where you live. Well, this is the street, if you're a comedian, where you hung out. You may not have lived here, but you thought you did. You might as well have paid rent here. A lot of memories come flooding back to me, mostly frustrating ones. I remember when I showcased here, on a few occasions I did actually, for Misty, who owned the club. It was usually Monday night. You'd struggle to get that 3 minutes in front of her and hope that the fairy dust was on you that night, and she would nod her approval, and you would be accepted into the ranks of all the other comedians. And I'll never forget, it was my night, that night. I was on the stage, just behind the little partition that I see in front of me now. I got up there and I kicked ass. But lurking in the back, sitting next to Misty, who was watching, I really felt the cards were all aligned. The stars were there for me that night. The show really rocked. I'd controlled my nervousness and brought whatever I had to the show that night. But there was a young woman hanging out next to Misty. Hell, I got nothing to hide. Her name was Carol Siskin. And she told Misty that I was stealing her act. I'd never stolen anybody's lines in my life. I wouldn't even have done stand-up comedy, but for the fact that I enjoyed writing these jokes and then seeing them, pay off in front of real people. I didn't need the shortcut of anybody else's material. But Misty took Carol's word over mine, and I was flushed down the toilet. I'll never forget it. She asked to speak to me the next day, and she said, well, Carol said you were stealing material. And I said, well, I don't steal material. And she goes, well, I have to believe Carol because she's been on TV. So I was in exile. I never really got in here. I never could change whatever that impression was. And so here I am. I finally got my Saturday night show. Everybody's dead, but I'm still here. I look across at one of the names. I see Steve Landisberg. I think he was on the show Barney Miller. Really good comedian, fun guy. And I hired him years later. He starred in my movie, The Solar Opposite. Or I shouldn't say starred. He had a kind of cameo appearance in my movie, The Solar Opposite. Speaking of The Solar Opposite, it also stars Timothy Busfield from 30-something and West Wing and Field of Dreams. We just did a podcast together. I tell you, the podcast we did is actually longer than the movie that I wrote and directed. It's over 2 hours, but it's really a great kind of hang with Timothy Busfield and a lot of memories. We talk about movies and politics, our experience together, his experience in television and film and directing and theater. Please check it out. You can see it raw, unedited on this very same YouTube channel, and I have a feeling a link will be forthcoming, courtesy of Wendy Be Good by the docks of the bay. So there you have it, some reminiscences as I see Steve Landisberg's name. He's no longer with us. Franklin Ajayi is the only other comedian who's made a life with the clarinet. He and I have that in common, although we haven't really shared that fact. So we're going to keep it going jazz-wise, a little bit joke-wise, and like I say, who the hell knows what-wise. Either way, it's my groove and it's your move, or it's your move and it's my groove. I got a gentleman standing behind me here. He's a pot grower. People are giving me money. I'm already in the, Jesus, $3. Who knew? There she has it. Sunset Boulevard ambassador. And I hope wherever you are, people are watching this and enjoying it. Who knows how many or how many will. Anyway, what was I going to play? My Groove, Your Move. Great Hank Mobley tune. Keeping it going, you know, a little bit hard bop wise. Here we go. Do I really want to play that? No, I want to play a tune called Funk in the Deep Freeze. I don't want to play hard. I don't want to play that tune. So we're going to adjust here. Because sometimes it happens in life, you know. The funk just goes in the deep freeze and you don't know what to do about it. So we're going to see if we can articulate that musically right here, courtesy of my apps, you know. All right. Okay, hang with me, folks. It's all the technical difficulties of doing this show, starring me, myself, and I, technical director, music, the whole thing. All right. Funk in the Deep Freeze by the great Hank Mobley. Let's see what happens. 1, 2, 3, 4. Da-ba-dee-ba-dee-boo-ba. Da-ba-dee-ba-ba-dee-ba-ba-ba-ba-dee-ba-ba-dee-ba. Da-ba-dee. Funkin' it in the deep freeze, folks, right here at the bar, which is all vacated at the Comedy Store. There you have it, Hank Mobley, his tune, Funk in Deep Freeze. And folks, showbiz-wise, The funk is in the deep freeze. Right behind me, just the next building over, was the Hyatt Hotel. It's now the Andaz Theater. But for those of you that might not or may not or should not know, here's a name out of the past, Steve Lebetkin. He was a comedian, and he wanted a piece of the Comedy Store, but Misty was indifferent to his needs and desire and maybe even his talent. So in the ultimate act of immolation and self-destruction, he threw himself off the top of what was once the Hyatt to his death. People asked, well, why? What did he want? He wanted to get on stage. That's the whole thing. That's the magnetism of this place. You just had to have it if you're a comedian. It was the food that your soul fed on. It was behind those walls that people like Andrew Dice Clay and Sam Kinison got not only their start, where they were nurtured and they could fail and fuck up and blow it and turn off audiences, which they did in droves until they finally found that groove, you know what I mean? That acceptance. But they had the opportunity to fail right here. I know, because I saw it. Yes. All right, we're going to keep it going a little bit more on the jazz side and a little less on the story side. Let's go. That was Funk and Deep Freeze. We're live on the Sunset Strip. I remember coming here, like the more I would see the people, the more I would get the need. So I actually had to separate myself from this whole scene in stand-up comedy because in a way, it was kind of killing me. It was destroying me. As a matter of fact, I ended up making a movie about it. It's called The Solar Opposite. And check it out. There's some links coming, hopefully. You can see the trailer. You can see it on YouTube, the whole movie. You just have to pay for it. Or it's on Apple Movies or iMovies or Amazon Prime. It's all there. You can see it. It's a good movie. It's about a comedian whose love life is a joke. And I wrote and directed it, and it's all true except for the happy parts, which, well, you know, I added. Yeah, all right. We're going to play a Harry Warren tune that I like a lot. It's called The More I See You. The More I See You. Ba ba da ba ba. All right. It's Saturday night. The More I See You in E flat. Let's see what happens. Couple choruses around the horn. What do you say? What do you know? 2, 3, 4, 1. Called soloing, improvisation, spontaneous composition. the more nauseous I feel. The more I see you, the more I feel insecure. The more I see you, the more codependent I become. The more I see you, the less self-esteem I have. Sometimes we get into those relationships, if you know what I'm talking about. But that was the tune, The More I See You, coming to you live from a rather sleepy Sunset Strip. Most people are ensconced in their little COVID lockdown, which of course afforded me an opportunity that I have yet to have in Hollywood. And that is these nightclubs all to myself, starring me. All me. I finally booked. Who knew they had to take a worldwide pandemic for me to finally get Saturday night at the store? Hey, but if that's what had to happen, that's what had to happen. You get your breaks in show business in sometimes the oddest ways. All right, the more I see you, the more I see you. All right, let's see what I can do with this tune. A great Gershwin tune. I played it a couple weeks ago. It was my evening at the Improv. It's called They All Laughed. They all laughed at Christopher Columbus when he said the world was round. They all laughed at Marconi when they said wireless was a phony, but he discovered sound. All right, here we go. They all laughed. Just gotta line it up track-wise. Oh boy, I've been doing this now for so long. It's been almost a year of these shows, 2, 3, sometimes 4 nights a week. But my need to do this far outweighs anybody's desire to see me. I am not that insane to understand that this has done more for me than probably anybody who's ever heard me. With the exception of Wendy Be Good by the docks of the bay for some reason, I don't know why, but I appreciate her nonetheless. Here we go. They all laughed at Christopher Columbus. Let's just go 2 times through, I don't need 3. Here we go, folks. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. They all laughed. No, they did. When I was on stage, they laughed. I'm not lying. I'm not as... Really, they laughed. Just take my word for it. All right, we've done the half-hour mark here. Bill, stretch. The other comedians didn't show up. You got to go longer. Okay, I'll go longer. It's fine, no problem. I love to go longer. I'm a ham. It's a bottomless pit of human need that can never be filled. That's my curse and my blessing. It's amazing how it works that way. The tune was George Gershwin's They All Laughed. And they did. All right, here's a pretty tune. I always liked this tune. She had all the boys on the run, but her heart was there for just one, Tangerine. Let's play it. What do you say? A great recording of it is Dexter Gordon's Tangerine. Let's see. Two, three, four, 1, 2. She had all the boys on the run, but her heart was there for just one. Tangerine. Yeah, take it from the top. Tangerine. You digging it, dude? Sounding okay?
That was great. That last note was great.
Oh. Well, the last note was great. You're saying all the other notes sucked? Is that what you're saying? Jesus Christ, you just come here to insult me. Is that your whole gig? God damn it! I can't take it! I'm getting rejected here, all by one audience member. Yeah, the last note. You played all those other notes, but the last note, it took like 20 notes to get one good note. Fuck me, Jesus Christ! All right, let me just get over that. Hey, what's up, brother? What's up? All right, man. I'm teasing you. Jeez. Oh, God, I'm breaking down. It's so sad. Thank you for liking at least one note. One note! I got one note of a whole tune. See, I have an amazing ability to find the insult in any compliment. Because anybody knows there is an insult to be found. You just have to look hard enough. All right, we're going to keep it going with one of the great signature tunes by the great Miles Davis. It's called Tune Up. Why am I not seeing it? Who knew? Here we go. Everybody plays this in the jam session. It's a great tune to blow on. So let's do it tonight. What do you say? One, two. How were those notes, okay? The notes okay this time? Okay, thanks. Whew. Ah. Tuning up, courtesy of Miles Davis. Ba ba doo ba da ba 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 dee ba doo ba 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 da ba da ba 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 dee ba doo ba 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 da ba doo da ba ba dee ba doo ba ba ba. ba ba da boo boo ba. Ba ba da. Hey, how you doing? Miles Davis's iconic hard bop confection, some say masterpiece. Tune Up is the tune, and you just heard it. It's an open canvas, an invitation, if you will, for any jazz improviser worth his salt to paint his melodic picture on. So there you have my little improvisational portrait, courtesy of Miles Davis's Tune Up. Coming to you right here from the open bar of the Comedy Store. Well, it's open, but it's locked down for one and all. So who knew they had to cancel all the gigs on earth for me to finally find my first Saturday night at the Comedy Store, all by my lonesome, but nonetheless, the stage, the proscenium, the digital little theatrical expression is there, and the little subdued lights of Saturday night on Sunset Boulevard are still blinking behind me. So I want to thank anybody who catches up to this, anybody who's here. From where I stand, I can't tell if anybody's watching or listening or tuned in or not. That information is not available from where I'm sitting. Uh-oh, I hope they're not coming for me. The sheriffs like the drag race here too. It's part of the fun of Sunset Boulevard. Who knew? All right, here we go. Keeping it going. Moving towards closer to the end of this show. I'm feeling a little bit more melancholy. Okay, thank you, Caroline Green, if you posted. All right, folks, check out the children video I just did. With the help of editor-in-chief Wendy Be Good by the Docks of the Bay. It's inspired. It's actually an invitation to read the screenplay that I wrote. Hey, thanks, Brother D. Somebody got through. It's an invitation to check out the script that I wrote called The Children, adapted loosely from David Halberstam's book of the same title, which I have the rights to. So if you see that video, reach out to me if you'd like, and I'm happy to extend that screenplay to you. And so it goes. Here we go. We're going to play a tune called Misty, but it should be appropriately renamed because I'm here at the Comedy Store, and it should be called Mitzi, not Misty. So I'm going to play Mitzi instead of Misty. They're close cousins. What can I say? Play Misty for me. Or how about, Mitzi, can I get on stage? Mitzi, why did you reject me when I auditioned? I've had a good career in spite of it. But still, why did you do that, Mitzi? What did I do? I'm sorry. I'm looking at the names, David Brenner, George Miller, their little Bobby Kelton. I played softball with him. Sam Quasman. How did he ever get on this wall? Holy Christ, Larry Beezer. So many. Rodney Dangerfield, Charles Fleischer, David Coulier, so many comedians, Jimmy Grogan, an old friend, Lois Bromfield, Taylor Negron, no longer with us. Their names linger on a black wall on Sunset Boulevard. All right, let's get a little melancholy. I'm going to play Misty for Mitzi. How's that? Wherever you are in the back of beyond, play Misty. I'm going to play Misty from Mitzi at the Comedy Store. Mitzi. I played Misty for Mitzi in her temple, her shrine, the Comedy Store. It's all locked up, courtesy of COVID-19. That's what it took to finally shut this place down. Oh, thanks, bro. Brother D's getting through. Somebody's seeing me out there. and I so appreciate it. We're winding this thing down. We're close. Holy, it's almost been an hour. That's the way it goes when you're having fun and you're getting big laughs at the Comedy Store. You know, it's just the way it is in this hall of shame and some fame. A lot of fame and a little shame. I remember when I first came here, I'd been a comedian in New York, and I was looking to, you know, find a home, so to speak, in LA as a comedian where I could perform regularly. I'm still looking for that home, actually. And I came here, and it was, oh man, the place was on fire. And you know, it was like, there was so much cocaine going on here. I mean, you needed to be on the same batch of cocaine that the comedian was on to understand his act. It was actually, you know, today we have Bitcoin. It's like an alternate currency. Back in the 90s and the 80s when I got here, cocaine was the alternate currency. It was the Bitcoin of the decade. What can I say? A lot of people bit the dust with the Bitcoin of that time. Let me say that. All right, we're going to keep it going. A couple more tunes left in my quiver here. I'm going to play a tune by Django Reinhardt. I always screw it up, but I like it, you know? I like it. So let me see what happens here. It's called Nuages. Django was one of the giants of jazz, but he was a gypsy player from France. But, you know, he was so inspired by the American artists, and then he came on the scene, and the American artists became so inspired by him, as I am. So let's see if I can do this. Okay. 3, 4, 1. Django Reinhardt's Nuages. Hey there, what's up, guys? Well, folks, thanks for hanging with me. We're almost at the top of the hour right here from the Comedy Store. I have a lot of dreams, a lot of memories, not all of them good. As a matter of fact, mostly bad. What can I say? But I feel a measure of liberation just being here tonight, all by my lonesome, the club to myself, a stage that I lusted after, so much so you have no idea. That's the curse of the comedian. Got to get that stage time. And when you need it, you just need it. All right, I want to finish off with one tune here. Got a little melancholy with Misty, Nuages, and some of those other tunes. And now I'm just going to pick something that I like, and that'll be it for the night. So thanks for hanging. Check out the interview I did with Timothy Busfield. It's live on YouTube. It's not live, it's available as video, and it'll soon be, within a few days, available just as an audio experience only on all the podcast portals, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, all the others. That'll be there. The brilliant and great Timothy Busfield. Really had a fun conversation. So thanks for hanging with me, folks. What should I play? All the Things You Are. Great Jerome Kern tune. Give it a couple times around the horn, see what happens. All the things that you are to me is now, is here, right here on the Sunset Strip. I'm live. The whole world is watching. And this empty bucket that is me is being filled. Only problem, there's a hole in the bottom of my bucket. So whatever gets filled eventually drains out. And so it is. Well, folks, thanks for hanging with me. So appreciate it. From the Comedy Store, I'm live on the Sunset Strip, hopefully for a lot longer than tonight. Till next time, namaste, shalom, and aloha. You know what I'm talking about. Namashe aloha.